Hi everybody, Amy here with Mountaintop Wreath Co. Welcome, welcome. Today we are going to be working on some fall wreaths. So that's what I've been doing this week. I've been working on stocking my shop and getting ready for the fall season. I've got an appointment to go ahead and get my wreaths photographed and put into my Etsy shop, and there's a whole process behind it when I do it. So I like to do double door wreaths, and I have a wonderful lady here locally that allows me to photograph my wreaths on her door, on her beautiful double doors. So I'm going to have about 3 or 4 designs for double door wreaths that I'm going to have ready to go. So I've been working very hard on doing those. I'll show you one of them that I've got in there that I've already got ready to go. And I'm working on my second ones now. And I'll show you the finished product of what we're going to be working on today. So this is my new wreath design that I came up with. And I like to try to source all my materials from the same place. And all of these came from Hobby Lobby, except for this white, I think it's called a steel bee or something like that. Hey Julie, how are you? Julie, this is what I've been working on. And the thing that I've been having such a hard time finding, I don't know if y'all saw my post about I was looking for a certain bush before I went live. I had 2 of these about 3 hours ago, and I swear that other bush got up and walked away. I cannot find it anywhere, and I know it's not in this design. So I'm going to have to go to Walmart, and hopefully they have some more. But if not, I know, like At Home Store and those places have the same thing. So this basically is something that I can get, plenty of these materials. So this is going to be a multiple for me. And I've already made one. And if y'all want to follow along with me, you get to watch me make another one. So let's get these supplies here. I'm going to set that to the side. How's everybody doing today? Oh, I've got my comments. I can read comments today. Let's see here if it's pulled up. Yes. Nope. Not yet. Let's see. Let me refresh my page because I want to be able to talk to y'all. I've missed you guys. I haven't been on in a hot minute. All right, here we go. Yay. All right, so I've got the comments. Hey, Julie. Hey, Molly and Rosie. How are you guys doing today, you girls? I love your little sunflower there, Rosie. You love sunflowers? Those are so pretty. I love sunflowers, too. All right, so I'll be able to answer any questions y'all have because I have my computer right in front of me today. I don't have a helper today, so I'll be able to read comments while I'm working. And since I've already done this design already, I kind of know what I'm doing, so I can chit-chat with you guys. So what has everybody been up to? I'm not going to lie, I have been feeling kind of under the weather, and I don't know if it is the weather causing me to feel that way or what, but I've been, nose has been stuffy, and I've had coughing and congestion going on, but it's okay. We're going to get past that. We are going to wheel that away, right? I'm just going to keep saying, I'm not getting sick, I'm not getting sick, I'm not getting sick. Alright, so basically all I'm doing right now is I'm just cutting these into sections. And I like to cut them into sections of 2, like this. And then that way I'll have a better control over how they go into the grapevine. Sections of 2 here. Sections of 2. Yes, and this is on an 18-inch grapevine, Julie. So it's going to be a good sized one. I know a lot of my customers with the double doors, they like the larger wreaths. That's why they go for those that are big, long, and flowy. So I'm just cutting these up into sections so that we can put them in. And I don't think I'm going to use any ribbon. If I do, I may use that wireless ribbon. But outside of that, I don't think that I am going to use any ribbon. And I'm not even sure I'm going to use that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If it needs something in the end, matter of fact, I'll let y'all judge that. Y'all can judge and tell me if it needs ribbon or no ribbon. Let's see, that's sections of 2. I thought these were pushers. No, apparently they are not pushers. And you can use picks on these, but I think that the stems are strong enough that I can just put these directly into the design and they'll be just fine. Let's see, 2 there, 2 there. Hi, Teresa. How are you doing? Hey, Misty. How are you doing today? How is the Pearl group? Did you have trainings today? Everyone, I've got Misty here in the comments. She's with Little Luxuries NC, and she has a design group. If anybody is looking for a great design group with a wonderful teacher, she is a wonderful teacher and a very sweet person. Go check her design group out. She calls her group the Pearls, I think. You correct me if I'm wrong. And she's got lots of knowledge, lots of experience. Matter of fact, I think we've had the same coach for many years. Okay, now let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and start with my leaves, and I'm not going to put a pick on them unless I need to. I got this grapevine at Hobby Lobby, and our Hobby Lobby has had some crappy grapevines. But this happened to be a pretty decent one, and it's, whenever I do double doors, I can't just like pick the cream of the crop on the grapevines. I have to make sure they actually match as far as the color, the look and style, especially if I do like those half moon ones, designs where part of it's exposed. You have to make sure it's the same color, make sure it's, you know, they look the same on that outer edge, because if they're going on double doors, they got to look like they came, you know, they got to look identical. So sometimes when you're doing mirror images of something, it can be kind of tricky, even choosing your grapevines. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Hi, Mandy. Hey, my friend. How are you doing? I have missed you so much. I can't wait until we can get together again. I know that might be a while because I know you're busy. And we're actually going to go on vacation Sunday. We're leaving Sunday to go on vacation, and I could not be more excited. And those of you that don't know, that is the first vacation I will have been on in 3 years. It's been 3 years since I've been on a family vacation. And we're only going for a couple of days, but I'm telling you what, with somebody like me that like really appreciates your time off, I'm going to have a good time. I don't care if it's pouring down rain. We have to stay in the room. I'll sit on the balcony and look out at the ocean. I do not care. I am not picky. I just want to get away and relax and try to get a good night's sleep. I'm thinking maybe once we go out of town, I won't have anything on my mind. And I'm hoping to get some sleep while we're out of town. At least a full night's sleep. I'm one of those that gets up all through the night. And I used to not be like that. Like when I was younger, even like in my 30s, I sleep until 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock sometimes, just depends. I've never had sleeping issues until here recently. And it's when I hit like that mental pause. Whenever I hit that, it's like everything changed for me. A rainy day at the beach is always better than being at home. Amen, sister. Yes, ma'am. 100% agree with you about that. And we know that every day at the beach, it tends to rain for about 5 minutes and then it'll go away anyway. That's how it does here at my house too. So we're kind of used to that. All right, so I've got a white one, a cream colored one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little more cream right here. I'm just trying to separate because I don't have that many cream colored ones. So we just want to separate it throughout the design. And I'm just using my little old crusty, dusty glue pot over here. And what I mean by crusty, dusty, it is nasty and it needs to be cleaned out. But I think instead of doing that, I'd rather get me another one because I ain't messing with that hot glue. I don't play around with the hot glue. So I'm just putting this in wherever I think it needs to be and having all my leaves facing forward. And then once I get these all the way around, then we'll go back in and we'll put those beautiful white berries in there. My customers have been asking for more home decor type pieces, and not like the mesh wreaths and not, the ones with signs and things like that. They've been wanting them more like natural looking, I guess you could say, more neutral looking. That's what they've been asking for, so I'm gonna deliver. Make what they want, and I like making these anyway because they're super easy to make. Although some of the florals and things can get a little pricey, but y'all know you got to charge whatever's, whatever you buy, make sure you charge enough for it. Especially on those custom orders. And if you do a custom order for a customer and they live, if you have to ship it to them, before you price it out, make sure you get their address to find out where you're shipping it to so that you know about how much you're going to have to pay. And the reason I say that is because the other day I had one of my regular wreaths and it hit me 2 in the same weekend. The double door wreath cost me $70 on one box going to Reno, and one went to Oregon, and I want to say it was like $78. So I lost money on that. One. But it is what it is. Just going down the road and not worry about it. Yeah. You're welcome to come in here if you want to. I love these leaves too, Teresa. These leaves came from Hobby Lobby. Over in the stem section, if I'm pretty sure all Hobby Lobbies are pretty much set up the same, but where the styrofoam is and the steel picks and all that. Well, on the other side of that thing, you have all your fall picks, and they had a big bush of these, a big old bush of them. And I love them because they're not all crinkled. A lot of their leaves, you see that they're all crinkled up and you have to get the steamer to them, but these were not. These were beautiful. And I love the coloring of them because they're not like too in your face, like burnt orange, and they're not too yellow. They're just perfect. Perfect color in my opinion. Yeah, it is expensive shipping that far. $76 to Nebraska. Yeah, that sounds about right. And, you know, I can't complain, though, because Etsy, they do kind of, I've noticed they do kind of try to keep, you know, your customers in the right area. But sometimes, you know, it's impossible to do that. And this past weekend was one of those weekends where I just got hit by people over, you know, over across the other side of the United States wanting wreaths. So, but most of the time I come out to the good, like if they're going to Georgia or, you know, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, and that kind of thing. So, it all cancels each other out. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and place my white ones so that I don't forget. I'm just kind of sporadically putting them through here, the white ones, so that we can distribute the white all the way through the design. Put one right here. And I'll go back and glue that. I just want to make sure I get those white ones in there where they need to be. I'm going to hold these out and do those last. And we'll put these other ones in. So this is a quick design. This is not going to take me long. And that's what I like about it. Like when you're choosing what you want to do for fall and, you know, that kind of thing. I always find something that doesn't take a ton of time to do. Like if you're going to do them in multiples. That way you can, you know, pump them out pretty quickly. And I've learned my lesson with that, because that bestseller that I have, it takes me a good while to do it, because I have to put an individual steel pick in every single stem. And I'm talking, there's a lot of stems on it. It takes me a good couple hours non-stop to make that one. But I do charge for my time on it too, so it's all good. Yes, I have missed you guys. I feel like I haven't been on in forever. And I know it was just last week, right? Wasn't it last week I was on? Because we were announcing our virtual workshop that we're going to be doing. And we're not going to start the ticket sales yet, because it's a little early. But if you want to be on that waiting list for the workshop, all you have to do is in the comments type wait list, and we'd be glad to send you the info on it as soon as the doors open for it. And we're going to have a total of 8 designs. And it's going to be $17.99 for the early bird special. And as soon as the early bird special ends, it goes up to $27, I believe. Something like that. Can't remember. But as y'all know, we save the best of the best for our workshops. Oh, I'm getting glue on these leaves. Last week, Julie, what do you mean last week? Oh, I went live last week. Is that what you mean? Yeah, and I said I was going to start going live more, but it's like life gets in the way of things. Like, I feel like since I've gotten into my 50s, which I've only been in my 50s for almost 2 years now, and I feel like ever since I've turned 50, I feel like time is going in fast forward motion. Like, I wake up in the mornings, and I wake up early, like super duper early. I'm up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning drinking my coffee. And I feel like before I know it, it's 8:30, 9 o'clock, and it's time, time to settle down, get ready to go to bed. And you usually don't find me in my craft room working that late, just because I get up so early and start. So I'm an early bird for sure. I'm not a night owl. Definitely an early bird. At night, I like to sit on the couch, and I like to watch other creators design, and I like to watch Facebook, TikTok reels, and those kind of things. Not much into TV. I'm not a big TV fan. Julie, I think you had a Hobby Lobby price tag on your mind when you said $17.99. Oh, it's $19 for the early birds. Yeah. Okay. The early bird for the workshop is $19, and you get 8 tutorials, and then we got some pre-recorded stuff in there. And then after the early bird special, then it goes to $27, right? Did I get that one right? Y'all gonna have to excuse me. I've been up since 4 something this morning. Amy didn't get much sleep last night. Been a little rough. Has anybody ever had a sleep study done? Because I think that might be what I need. And I do like sleepwalking type things too. Like the other morning I had gotten up and I went into the dining room and moved the chair into the kitchen for no reason at all. And that's just odd behavior. Don't know why I did it. Don't really remember it. It was just really weird. So I definitely think I need a sleep study. Something's going on. It's like my mind can't rest at night or something. Y'all hear my dog snoring? Ladybug. Are you sleepy? She gets up with me, so she sleeps during the day because she follows me around everywhere at nighttime, make sure I'm okay. Alright, so I'm going to kind of hold it up as we go, and this design here looks like there's more leaves in it than the other one, so I may have to put some more leaves in that other design. And after I get all the leaves in, then the fun begins. Get to start bringing it to life. And if I use any bow in it, it's going to be one of those bows that has like the silky, non-wired, that kind of just dangles down, hangs down. You know which one I'm talking about? Let's see here. Cut that right there. And cut those. I'm going to put this little one out to the side here. And then I'm going to save these other leaves, and we're going to go on to the next step. And how many ever leaves I add to this one, I need to add the same exact to the other one that I did. Okay. Oh no, did I use the ones I was going to use on them? No, I don't think I did. Okay. Aren't they pretty? I love them too. They're gorgeous. Look at the color. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Alright, now the fun begins. Now we get to start adding the textures. And I bought this in a garland. I don't know if you can see it. That didn't help with my white hands, did it? Let me put it up against my shirt. Can you see these? This is a garland they have at Hobby Lobby. And I'm able to get 2 wreaths out of 1 garland. So just to let you know, 2 wreaths out of that 1 garland. And I'm just tearing them off into pieces like that. They come off in pieces, snipping it down a little bit. And y'all know how I am. I always love to put a little bend on it and make it look realistic looking. And that's what I'm doing right here. And I'm putting some on the outer edge. And then I'll put some on the inner edge. And then a couple in the middle. Just to kind of, so that they're not all in a line. I want it to look realistic, not like I'm just sticking them all around in a line. That won't look right, in my opinion. And it's got a pretty little leaf on it, too, that matches these exactly. And that's how I chose these leaves right here, was based on these leaves. Hobby Lobby's got some pretty things. Some of their stuff is new. I haven't seen their Norfolk pine yet. I've been looking up on the top racks when I go. I've been looking on those top racks for it. And I have yet to find any. So I don't know if they're going to be carrying the Norfolk pine this year. That's where I was finding all my Norfolk pine picks last year for my best-selling Christmas wreath. But I may have to end up getting it somewhere else. I know where I can get it. But I'll be paying a little more. And I got every one they had at Hobby Lobby last year. I think I filled my cart with them 2 or 3 times every time they get them. And I went to like 3 different stores to get them. Alrighty, let's see. This one's going to kind of go in the middle. Just like so. Okay. Put a little bend on here. And this one will go kind of right here. And let me hold this up and show you guys. Oh, when I get back from vacation next week, I'm gonna do some Christmas in July wreaths. If you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to see, please drop it in the comments, and I will go over the comments and look and see what suggestions you guys have. Do you want to see some mesh, or do you want to see grapevine, or do you want to see just like ones that are put just strictly into swags and pine wreath bases without the mesh? I think those are my absolute favorite to do. But I do a lot of mesh during Christmas time for customs and things like that. But as far as my multiples, it's strictly Christmas floral. That's what people like in my shop. Oh, yeah, you can't find them in your bin, the ones you bought at Joann's. Well, that's the reason why I was late getting on here. I could not find this furry stuff that I want to put in here to make it look boho-ish. And I saw it earlier when I picked them out. There was 2 bushes, right? I had 2 bushes. And I said, okay, I know I can get some more of this. So I'm going to go ahead and put this item in here. Because I know I could get some more of it and do multiples, right? Well, guess what? when it came time to go live, I could not find that second bush anywhere. And I have even looked in the trash can. I've looked everywhere that I've been. I don't know where in the world that thing has gotten off to. So I'm going to have to readjust and think about what I want to do about that. Do I want to take those out and use something different, or do I want to just wait until I can get over to Walmart or at Home Store and get some more? So those are my two options. I really want to put some fake pine cones in here too. I think that would be beautiful. They'd be beautiful. Just beautiful. Y'all are quiet today. Y'all are quiet, my friends. Are y'all still at work? You guys still at work? Who's still working? Who's watching tutorials on the job? I won't tell. I won't tell nobody. I promise. I promise I'll be quiet. Got this song stuck in my head. Something about, I want you to be my sweet honeybee. I want you to be my sweet honeybee. You've been cleaning your bedroom top to bottom today and the camper. Ooh, I bet you are tired, girl. That's a lot. I told Danny I want to take a whole day and deep clean my house. Like, deep clean it. Top to bottom. Scrubbing baseboards, the inside of the windows, the outside of the windows, all the things. All the things. Pressure wash the house. Because it needs it. It really does. Especially the outside, because we're up underneath all these oak trees. We have huge oak trees in our backyard. And while they are pretty and they have lots of wildlife living in them, they make a mess. And they're constantly dropping leaves and constantly dropping like dead limbs and things like that. And when dead limbs drop out of like 100-plus-year-old oak trees, it don't just drop, like it goes a-ba-boom, and it will shake the house. So we just hope and pray every day that one of those don't hit our roof, because that would not be a good situation. I'm pretty sure it would not. And it probably would not be covered on insurance. That I'm not sure about. But I'm just guessing it probably wouldn't be. Alright, so here's where we're at so far. Isn't that beautiful? And you can pretty much hang it however you want. Alright, now, let me finish these. I'm putting the same exact amount of these that I put in that one. I even counted them. So, I might need to move that leaf right there. I think I'm going to, because there's too much of that leaf right there. We're going to move that bad boy. There we go. Okay. This side over here needs a little love. And I just need to stand up for a minute just to see what I'm doing here. Alright, yes, this side does need some love. These berries get tangled in each other. Okay. Has anybody sold any fall stuff yet? Y'all sold any fall in your shop? I've sold some Christmas. I can't remember if I've sold any fall or not. I can't remember. I don't think I have. Because I really haven't had a lot posted yet. Because all the good fall stuff I had last year sold out. I got a beautiful Thanksgiving wreath in my shop. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it is in this color scheme as well. Alright, so I'm just going to cut this one in half because I see two places where I need to fill in with these. One place being right here. I like to separate my leaves so that they're not all sticking together. So that's the objective, is to separate those leaves apart and give it dimension. See how that gives it dimension? Like these were just laying on top of each other, but I put those white berries in the middle and see how it lifted that leaf up and just brought it to life? That's how I like that look. I think it's really pretty. And I got another situation over here where I've got a bunch of leaves laying on top of each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the berries right there. Does anyone have any questions on this? Anybody have questions for me? If you weren't here in the beginning, you might have missed where I said I got the materials at. I got the materials at the Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna have to pick this one. Ooh. And I've got some beautiful flocked or felt matching pumpkins that we're gonna put in here. And we're gonna put an odd number of 5 in here. I like to work in odd numbers. I know they say there are no rules when it comes to things like that, but odd numbers just turn out better to me when you use odd numbers. Alright, so that's what we've got so far. Woo woo, pretty, pretty. We have foxes. What does that say? 3 to 4 hours to the beach, 3 to 4 hours to the mountains. One more reason to move down there. Yes, that's true. And we go to all those places too. Matter of fact, okay, I need to change what I said. So it's been 3 years since we've been on a beach vacation. We've been to the mountains, but I guess I wasn't thinking that counted. So we have been to the mountains. We just have not been to the beach in 3 years. So, yeah, that makes more sense. Sorry. Wasn't trying to lie about it. I just got confused there for a minute. Okay, now, I think I've got that situated. Everything's looking good. And on to the next. So the next step will be to put these beautiful pumpkins in here. And these beautiful pumpkins you can get from the Hobby Lobby. They're originally $1.99, and I believe they are on sale this week for 30% off. Pretty. If you can see them, they have the felt. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you very much. So I just like to find a good place to put these, kind of where there's some separation. You know, if you see a little bit of the grapevine, you want to kind of poke them down in there, and you want to separate them. Try to kind of separate them evenly as you go around. And I don't push them all the way down to the bottom. I like to have them sticking up so that they're the star of the show. Ooh, and I just remembered something. I'll have to go back on that one. But I like to put a little glue right here where the stick's at. You can see what I'm doing here. I like to put a little bead of glue right there where the stick's at, just so that the stick doesn't move around or try to pop the pumpkin off. It's just a good idea to give it a little extra security, because we know sometimes these things can pop off. Okay, so let me let that dry for a minute. All right, so let me show y'all. So Walmart has a bush that has these furry little, I think they're called a steel bee. This is what I need. This is what I'm looking for. And that's what I'm going to need in this design. And I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them around the edges, and they're going to go all around the edges like this, just to soften the look up, to make it look a little bit softer, a little more boho-ish, because boho for fall is still popular. And this color of orange right here for fall is very on trend, as you could say. But it's also kind of a timeless color. And I don't think you would get tired of this color. This is my favorite color for fall, as well as like a chartreuse green. A chartreuse green will never get old to me. I love the chartreuse green colors. And I love when I can find a ribbon that has that color in it, because the ribbons are so pretty. All right, we're just going to pop this in here and kind of manipulate the leaves so that your pumpkin is the star of the show. And you don't have to face them all up. You can face them any direction you want. You can do some of them to the side. I wouldn't get crazy with them, though. You know, you want them all to be sort of symmetrical, in my opinion. Like that one I've got kind of cocked to the side a little bit. But you don't want it like way facing like out that way or anything like that. Alright, now on to the next one. And I have 5 of these in here. Or I'm putting 5 in here. And if you need to cut some leaves, if you see where an area is a little more full on the leaves than others, you can cut the leaves, pick them, and put them in other places too. Because you want it to be nice, round, circular shape. Yeah, we have a lot of deer too here. We live near the backwaters. The backwaters is the Chattahoochee, like the Chattahoochee Lake, Chattahoochee River, or whatever. So we have a lot of wildlife around here, but they're building a lot of subdivisions around here, and they're chasing all of our critters away. And they're running out in the middle of the road and getting hit and all that kind of stuff right now because of all the neighborhoods they're building, which is really sad. I wish they would quit doing that. Because we moved out this way for some solitude, not for more neighborhoods to go up. But at the same time, the cost of my house will go up, like the, what do you call it? My house will appraise for more money once they start establishing this area more. Alright, so this is what I've got. I'm going to let you see pretty close. And I'm going to have 2 of them just alike, and they're going to be for double doors. So this is what I've got here. And this is the one I made earlier. So I'm going to have to go to Walmart and get some more of these to put in this design. And then I'm going to have to go to Hobby Lobby and get some more pumpkins to go in this design. So I still need a couple more items to make them complete. But you kind of get the picture. Or maybe I might could do 2 different designs and do one like this and then one like this. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. should I add pumpkins and a Stilby to both of them, or should I do two different kinds? Y'all let me know. Yeah, Amanda, you do have plenty of deer around your place. And you have plenty of chickens and plenty of dogs and all the things. So what y'all think? You like no pumpkins, so you like this one and no pumpkins? Because I was going to add the white Stilby to this one too when I get it from Walmart. So you still think no pumpkins? I need your opinion. You like this one just right by itself with nothing? I like the finished one without the pumpkins. Ah, that's 2 votes for this one. Okay. Well, nice. Nice. You say offer both, Julie? Okay. Okay. I love them both. I really do. But I love this one because it's got that white stuff in it. I love the one with no pumpkins. Such a gorgeous design. Okay. This is going to be the winner. This is going to be the winner right here. So I'm going to have to go to Walmart and stock up on me some of that furry stuff. And if they don't have it, I'm going to have to make a trip to the at-home store because I know they have it. Alright, so the next design I'm going to do, not going to be tonight because we got to go find us something to eat. But the next design I'm going to do, I'll do it before we go to the beach. Well, let me just say I'll try my best to do it before we go to the beach. And I'm going to try to sign up for some service that will message you guys when I go live so that you'll know. So that it'll ping you and let you know when I go live. But until then, just be looking for my posts as to when I'm going live. But, yeah, before we go to the beach, we'll go to the beach on Sunday. Danny said we're leaving out at 5 o'clock in the morning. He said, we're going to leave out about 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the beach. Well, you can't check into your room till 3, and it is hot as Hades outside, so what are we to do? If you want pumpkins, put darker pumpkins so it's more monochromatic. That's a good idea, Tammy. I had some white pumpkins back here. My skeleton is holding them. But I had some white ones I was going to put in there, but I decided on the others. What you think? What you think? Here, let me put it in. What about that? I still like it without the pumpkins. I think I might offer both. Heck fire. Heck fire and burn the matches. I think I might offer both, y'all. Because I really am. Some people will like the pumpkins. I do believe they will. I'm looking for some greenery that has some girth to it. So if y'all have seen any beautiful fall greenery that has some nice girth to it, shout out to your girl and let her know, because I am looking for that. I need some. Alright, well, if you guys don't have any questions, I am fixing to go. But just be looking for me. I am going to get on here and do another fall design. I've got more Halloween to do, but I know a majority of you guys, y'all like to watch the fall stuff instead of the Halloween. So unless I just get a bunch of people telling me they want to see Halloween, I'm just going to stick with fall. Would that work for y'all? Yeah, without the pumpkins. Yeah. Oh, hey, Marilyn. How are you? Yes. I think I do too, Marilyn. I agree with you. So I might just offer like the white pumpkins as a you know, an additional thing. And then, you know, have that other one too. So that'll give them 2 options. So I think that's what I'll do. It's good to see everybody. And thank y'all so much for watching my live. Sorry it was so short tonight, but that's all I had for you guys tonight. So I'll think up something else we can do. I'm sure it'll either be another wreath or an arrangement. Y'all just drop it in the comments what y'all want to see, and I'll make it happen. In the meantime, I love you all, and I can't wait to see you again. And I hope y'all have the most fantabulous rest of your week. Love you guys. Bye. See